Lesson 23 is about ratios, and ratios are just ways to describe relationships between numbers. Let's go ahead and look at our first example. A team lost 3 games and won 7 games. What was the team's win-to-loss ratio? Now, if we want to look at this, we know that the team wins 7 games and they lose 3 games. Okay, so the win-to-loss ratio, the way that we can write this, we can say the win to loss ratio would be they won 7, 7 to 3. 7 to 3. Okay, and that's the team's win to loss ratio. Because we've got wins first, that's what it says first, losses second. Even though the problem told us how many they lost first and won, we have to go by what the question is asking us. So win to loss ratio. Wins first, losses second. 7 to 3. Now we could also write this way. We could say 7 colon 3. That means the win to loss ratio was 7 to 3. And the third way that we could write this would be as a fraction. We could say 7 to 3 or 7 over 3. So either of these three answers mean exactly the same thing. They're all telling us the ratio of the team's wins to losses. Let's go ahead and look at our next example. In a class of 28 students, there are 13 boys. What is the ratio of the boys to girls in the class? So what we want boys to girls. So that means we're going to have boys first and girls second. So there are 13 boys. So it's going to be 13 to, and it says in a class of 28 students. So students, they're both boys and girls. So to figure out how many girls there are, we're going to have to take away 13 from 28. 28 minus 13 must give us a 5 and a 1. We've got 15, so there must be 15 girls. So the ratio is going to be 13 boys to 15 girls. Now this is one way we could write it, 13 to 15. The second way would be with that colon, 13 to 15. And the third way would be as the fraction. You have a choice. You can write it whichever method you like when you report answers like this on your assignments in class. They're all right. The important thing to remember is the order that you put them in. And in this problem, it had to be boys first to girls second. Now, we're going to practice this some more with our lesson practice on page 120. Make sure you've got your notes completed, and have a nice afternoon.